That rear touchscreen in the newer Tesla Model 3 and Model Y is a magnet for trouble. Between kids kicking the back of the seats, pets jumping around, or just the occasional stray key fob, it is only a matter of time before that pristine glass picks up a nasty scratch. Spigen decided to tackle this with their AluminaCore protector, and honestly, it is one of those things you do not realize you need until you see how much abuse that little screen actually takes. What stands out immediately is how they handled the installation. Usually, putting a screen protector on a car display is a recipe for bubbles and frustration, but this one uses these little wing films on the sides. It makes lining the glass up with the edges of the display almost foolproof. You just hold the wings, drop it into place, and it pretty much settles itself. It is a small detail, but it saves a lot of headache. Once it is on, you barely notice it is there. The clarity is spot on, so you are not losing any of that sharpness when you are scrolling through media or checking the climate settings. Touch sensitivity is another big one. Sometimes these glass layers can make a screen feel sluggish or unresponsive, but this one is thin enough that the taps and swipes feel just as snappy as they did on the bare glass. It is rated at 10H hardness, which is basically overkill for a car screen, but it definitely provides some peace of mind if you have passengers who are not exactly careful with their gear. Now here is the catch. Because it is a glossy finish, it is still going to show fingerprints. If you are the type of person who hates smudges, you might find yourself wiping it down just as often as you did before. It would have been great if they included an oliphobic coating that was a bit more resistant to oils, but that is a minor gripe in the grand scheme of things. Also, because it is a perfect edge-to-edge fit, you have to be absolutely precise during that initial drop. If you are off by even a millimeter, you might see a tiny gap on one side, though the alignment wings do most of the heavy lifting for you. It is a solid piece of kit that does exactly what it promises without getting in the way of the tech. If you want to keep that rear display looking factory fresh for the long haul, this is a pretty straightforward way to do it, without spending a fortune or dealing with a complicated install. It is simple, it is effective, and it does the job without any fuss.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.